In this video we're going to look at adding extra data to the listing. This is a two-step process. We need to collect the data on the submission form and then display the data on the listing page. So let's keep this simple and take the example of allowing business owners to add another telephone number to their listing. Let's call this a free phone number. In the UK this would be an 0800 number. So we'll add this free phone number underneath the main telephone number on the listing. In order to do this we're going to need to open the directory submission form. So if we go to my WordPress directory and forms and then choose the directory submission form, and we're going to edit the form. We need to create a new phone number field on the form and drag it to where we want it. So I think we'll place our new phone number just underneath our business telephone number field on the form. If you click the button for the phone number and you find you can't drag it over onto the form, you'll probably find that it's been sent to the bottom of the form and it will be the last field there. You can just click on it and drag it back up to the position you'd like it to be. Firstly, we'll change the title of this field. We were going to call ours free phone number. We can add a description in below, and we're going to put add your free phone number here, and then we need to open the field options, and that will drop down, and we want to make sure that this works properly in mobile devices. So we'll click in the CSS layout classes and just click on this 100% width button on the right hand side. Now that will put a shortcode in there, and that will make sure that this particular field looks good on mobile devices. Now I don't want this field available to free listings, so we're going to use some conditional logic, and we just click on the link there for use conditional logic, and we're going to say show this field if any of the following match, and we want to change it to listing type is not equal to free. So for the other types of listing, basic, featured, premium, this field will show. Let me just run over that again. Show this field if any of the following match. Listing type is not equal to free. I'm also going to put a little notice in the invalid format field which says business telephone number is invalid. So if they try to put in something which isn't a phone number, this message will be shown. Now it's important that this field is not required, so don't put a tick in there because some companies won't have a free phone number and they won't need to fill this field in. So make sure that that's not required. Once you've done that, just make sure the visibility is set to everyone, and then you can close up the field options. You then need to update the form, so press update at the bottom of the form, and that's all you need to do with regard to the form. Alternatively, we could have just duplicated the telephone field by using the duplicate field button over here on the right hand side, but it would have duplicated exactly this field. And if we look at the field options in this, it has required ticked. So if you do decide to just duplicate it for the new number, just check to make sure that you have taken out the tick for required for an extra number. We now need to go to the second step in this process, which is to display the data that we collect on the form on the listing page. And the way we do that is to go into, we'll stay on the same form but go to the settings. We just check that we are still on the same form, which you'll see at the top here. Once we're on settings, we need to go to create posts, and then we just need to open up this customize content area so that we can see exactly what we're doing. So if I'm going to scroll down a bit, and then I'm going to drag this box open so that I can see the code that's in there. Now this is the code that tells the post what to show on the actual listing page. What we need to do here is to find where we want to place the new phone number. All the code for the contact details on the form or on the page, on the listing page, are contained in this area. And you'll see that this is a tab for contact details. The first tab is the address. So let's just have a look at the listing page. Here's the contact tab. We've got the address in one tab, phone in another tab, and the web and social media details in another tab. And we're looking for the phone tab. We want to add our new number in here. So we're looking for tab title equals phone, and we can see that just here. Tab title equals phone. We've then got an icon shortcode, which we can see is this icon here, and underneath that is the telephone and mobile codes. So we can see that in the code we've got the icon shortcode, we've got line breaks, and then the first telephone number is this code here. And this code says the listing will output the title telephone, and then it will make the actual telephone number a link, and it's using a shortcode which we find from these customization fields on the right hand side. Now just follow along with what I'm going to do here. We're going to add a telephone number underneath our current telephone number. But I'm going to copy that piece of code and I'm going to put it in right before the mobile telephone code, and I'm going to change the name of it, the title there, to free phone number. Now what I've got to do then is find the shortcode that I need for the free phone number. And if we look in our customization fields over here, we scroll down underneath the current telephone number is the free phone number, and it uses the ID 1356. Now I can either use the ID or I can use the key. They both do the same thing. So I'm going to stay on IDs, and the shortcode I want to use for the free phone number is 1356. So if I go back to our code and just change the shortcode for 1356, and again 1356. So this is the link code, and this is what we're asking to be displayed on the page. So this is the title that you will see here, or just underneath here. The next part is the link code, and then this part is to display the actual phone number itself. So now what we need to do is save these settings, and then I'm going to add in a free phone number to one of the listings. So on this Arte Venezia listing, I'm going to add in a free phone number so that it will display on here. Because at the moment, if we refresh this page, because this business has not entered a free phone number, you won't see anything listed. You can see the title that we've put in there, but there's nothing listed. So I'm going to quickly go over and add that to the listing. So if I choose entries, find the Arte Venezia listing and edit it, we've now got a space for a free phone number. So I'm going to put 0800, an 0800 number in there, and update the listing. If we now refresh this page, we'll see the new phone number has been entered. Now you might say, well, I only want that to be displayed if they have actually got a free phone number, because if we go to a different listing, let's choose one of the other listings. If we go there and choose the phone tab, we don't want to see the free phone number because they're not actually displaying one. They haven't got a free phone number. So the way we deal with that, we need to go back to the form settings and just add a little bit of code in the customized content section. So let's open this back up again, and this was the code that we added. Now what we want to do is add a bit of code which says if the customer has added a free phone number, then display this. And the way we do that is we need to put an open square brackets and the if statement, space, and then we want to put the number of the shortcode that deals with the free phone number, which if you remember is 1356. So we're saying if 1356 space not underscore equal, and then the equal sign, and we're going to put quotes, two sets of quotes, and then the closed square bracket. So we're saying if the telephone number, the free phone number, is not equal to, and what this means, these two quotes with nothing in, means nothing. So if the telephone number is not equal to nothing, in other words they haven't entered anything, if they haven't left it blank, then display this free phone number. Now at the end of it we must close that shortcode, and we do that by opening the square brackets again and then putting a / if space 1356, which is the short code for the free phone number, and then closing the square brackets. So we've put in a whole new code in here, and I'm going to show you what each part means again. I'm just going to summarize it. If the free phone number hasn't been left blank, in other words, if the business user has added a free phone number, then display the free phone number with a link on the telephone contact details tab. So let's just save that piece of work, and if we flick back over to the front end listing, this Jim has not entered a free phone number, so we don't really want to see this free phone number title here. So let's refresh, and we should see nothing there. There we go. If we look at the phone tab, you can see that the free phone number's not title is not showing at all. But if we look at the Arti Venezia listing, which we know has added a free phone number, we can see it there. Now you can use the customization shortcodes, the IDs and keys, in all sorts of different ways, which makes your system so versatile that you can do practically anything with this directory. You just need to keep in mind that it is a two-step process. You need to make sure that you add the field that you're trying to create to the actual form, and you've got lots of fields over here which you can drag into your form to change. Once you've done that, you must make sure that you go over to the settings, and the create posts customize content section is where you display the data onto the actual post, onto the listing itself. I hope you found this tutorial useful. If you need any help at all, just open a ticket at our support desk.